We have a new HOH, but I'm not really excited about it. So during the live eviction, Mallory and Melody whispered in Taylor's ear and said, like, we don't have the votes. I'm sorry. Drew and Barrett are making us. Apparently, Drew gave them permission to blame Drew and Barrett earlier in the day. And so that's why Taylor was on the right side of the vote. But Taylor, Lala, and Yash were pissed. Pissed at Mallory and Melody for not letting them know earlier in the day that they didn't have the vote so that they weren't blindsided. Pissed at Drew and Barrett for not seeing a reason to keep Kamu, and that, you know, they could have turned the house against the icons and it could have been turning over a new leaf for them. And after some angry conversations, most of the anger is directed towards Drew, because Barrett is like, look, I didn't have a relationship with Kamu. Why would I vote for Kamu to stay? Like, that was never going to be in the cards for me. And they didn't talk to Barrett enough for it to really feel like Barrett should be on their side. So after talking to Barrett, they're kind of like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. But they really felt like they had Drew on their side, and Drew did have a relationship with Kamu, so they are extra pissed at him. The HOH competition was some kind of like balance beam race comp, and D won. This is really boring because she's just going to put up Yash, Taylor, and Lala. She did talk a little bit with Devins about trying to use her bride power to tell Drew, like, you have to keep me safe for the whole rest of the game. She's like, if I'm allowed to do that. I hope that she's not, because that's ridiculous. And she's like, and if he says no, then I'm going to put him up. As if it's a reasonable ask to ask someone to leave you safe for the entire game. Haley is an option, but she doesn't really want to put up Haley because she feels like she can pull Haley in. There's a part of her that wants to try putting up Mallory or Melody because she didn't quite trust them last week, but her alliance doesn't necessarily want her to do that, so she might not. Taylor and Lala are feeling pretty defeated. They're kind of like, why the fuck are we even here? Like, this is pointless. They're just going to keep picking us off. Like, we're just wasting our fucking time. And I don't blame them. And there's also an elephant in the room of all of the targets being the people with the darkest skin in the house. And yes, all of those people were targeting D. So it makes sense that she would want to target them. But there are also questions of like, why wasn't D really aligning with those people? Why have they kind of been on the outside of the house when there's a big major alliance? And like, it doesn't necessarily need to be overt racism, like these people hate black people. Because I wouldn't say that that's the truth based off of what we're seeing. And it could be that these unconscious biases are causing these people to not align with Taylor, Lala, and Yash, and seeing their gameplay as lesser than, even though some of their own allies are not really playing that great of games either. I kind of hope Taylor wins a time capsule today, gets the Coin of Destiny, and then takes over D's HOH, and then maybe an icon can leave this week, because I'm ready for the icons to leave. Now that Kamu's gone, I'm anti-icons. That they can go. But I do think it's probably Drew who's going to win.